Welcome to the demonstration of PackZ, a multi-page productive PDF editor for the label and packaging print industry. The application is built around a portable document format. It is today's standard file format in the graphical industry that represents a design in a manner independent of an application, computer hardware, or operating system. PackZ has a versatile set of dedicated prepress features to make designs ready for production. PackZ takes advantage of 64-bit multi-core and multi-threading processing technology. Hence, it is cross-platform compatible with Apple Macintosh and Microsoft Windows. Consequently, PackZ is perfectly integratable in existing production workflows. The prepress operator opens a PDF document and sees a color-managed view. There is no conversion to an internal file format. Therefore, PackZ is the most reliable application to edit PDF content. An intuitive user interface gives access to a multi-language compatible work environment, in which the operator can customize shortcuts, define workspaces, and access standard or prepress editing features. The operator has the ability to import other files. In the label and package industry, CAD information is used to position the design on the die cut. PackZ imports cut and crease lines and puts them on dedicated layers in which the pad has preferred width and stroke paints. The layer palette brings regularity in the design. Layers can be added, removed, sorted and merged in such a way that the operator has easy overview of the design and better access to the objects, groups, clipping pad, soft mask and transparencies. Keen selection tools such as the Genius Pin selection in combination with additional information easily allows selecting contents for modification or inspection. They have a direct impact on the work speed and user-friendliness. The stroke palette allows modifying any existing stroke or adding one to an object. The stroke width is recognized and the width can be modified in the preferred units such as inches, millimeters and points. The paint palette consists of a stroke and fill paint section and allows to add flat image shading and pattern paints to a stroke. A PDF document may contain a lot of information. The Assets palette centralizes all information related to separations, fonts, barcodes, screening, and the file. It is useful to have an overview on how a design is built up. PackZ adds the information in the XMP metadata of the PDF document, and that is useful for further processing with ERP, MIS, or workflow systems. The Separation tab shows a list of inks, their characteristics and usage. A user can add and remove separations from Pantone libraries that come along with the application. Additionally, he can create, modify and manage color books on centralized file servers or workstations. The application also supports ink books from other software. The printing order and ink opacity can be changed. Color management ensures that the view is color accurate, taking the separation characteristics into account. Additionally, the user can remap separations to CMYK or any other one, merge duplicates, and define the printing method and separation type. For soft-proofing purposes, ink transparency can be defined ranging from fully transparent to fully opaque or any transparency in between. The PDF format is a self-containing format. The Font tab gives an overview of embedded fonts and which text strings use the font in the document. The Image tab lists the embedded images with characteristics such as actual resolution, color space and dimensions. The user can add Photoshop PSD, TIFF, APS and JPEG images in CMYK, spot color, RGB, gray and LAB color space. A replace function is also available. Clipping pads, color channels and opacity channels are recognized and mapped to the corresponding separation. Image names and the external reference paths are stored as well. That is useful when an image correction needs to be made with a round trip between PackZ and an external editor. Finally, all images and soft masks can be extracted to a Photoshop PSD file. The powerful transformation tools support free or accurate moves, scalings, rotations on the entire selection or only the paint, pad or soft mask. The paint palette shows the channel mapping and the user can modify them. Barcodes are on most consumable goods and replace the traditional pricing of products. PackZ may create an extensive list of barcodes using international standards and guidelines such as EN 8 and 13, quick response codes, data matrix, latest, UTF 14, and much more. Trade shops and converters often receive data containing pre-made barcodes. PackZ recognizes them. In the example, the user is warned that an EN barcode is twice available in the design, but with another code. That is most unusual and can be corrected. PackZ detects not only the barcode but also the characteristics of that code, so that the user can modify them and add a barcode conform the product and printing standards in use. PackZ also resolves URLs encoded in quick response codes and open the website in the user his default web browser. PackZ also analyzes the entire document when opening a PDF and lists screensets present in the file. The user has the ability to add, modify and remove screening on each single object. He can choose from predefined dot shapes or can define his own one compatible with the raster image processor in use. Additionally, he can set the screen ruling and angle for each separation individually or globally. He can apply it to the entire document or to a selection. Finally, the Information tab in the Assets gives an overview of data related to the file, such as the file name, creation and modification date, PDF producer, amount of pages, trapping applied, and much more. Let me introduce the text tool to you. A document window in PackZ has a page navigator sidebar. It lists page thumbnails of those present in the PDF document. It is used to scroll through the document and to visualize the content of the selected page in the window. The sidebar has a search navigator as well, with find and replace functions for live text. PackZ has intelligent algorithms to join single characters back into text blocks or detect table structures, for example in nutrition facts. That, along with reliable font embedding, makes it easy to apply changes. The search navigator finds text in the entire document or current page, regardless of the text orientation, for instance horizontal, vertical, upside down or under a certain angle. The document view can be rotated so that the text becomes readable. Each text block is clickable using the text tool. The user has additional tools to influence the text block recognition. Text blocks are resizable and the words reflow automatically using text block characteristics defined in the corresponding palette. The user has a clear overview of the font that has been used, whether it is embedded in the PDF document or one available on the workstation. Text can be cut, copied and pasted within the PDF document, preserving the style, but may come also from external references such as text editors, email clients, and more. Finally, text can have a single color, but each character on its own may have a different color, keeping the editability. A user may also add new text to a document by dragging a text block, typing the strings, and do transformations on it. Please note that PackZ will manage font embedding so that the document stays editable whenever needed. The multi-language support is also applicable on text. There are no restrictions on language and special characters, also not in palettes where text is needed, such as separations, layers, and more. Finally, text can be vectorized, converting live text to regular objects. The Draw tool, along with the Create Shape palette, represents a versatile set of different shapes to create an object. Rectangle, ellipse, polygon, and star are by default there. The Edit Path tool allows adding new paths or modifying existing ones, for example, a clipping path. Genuine pathfinders can be used for quick creation of diverse shapes, combining multiple objects together to form new ones. This can speed up the creation of varnish, embossing, and braille separations or layers. Shapes are made based on accurate numbers or by freehand. Those accurate dimensions and positions are fully entered by the user or taken over from the selection. Be aware that PackZ remembers the last used fill and stroke paint. However, the paint clipboard allows to copy fill and stroke paints from one object and paste it into another. Therefore, the paint palette supports 5 stroke and fill paint modes: nothing, flat paints, images, shadings, and patterns. We talked about it earlier in the demonstration. Vertical, horizontal, and radial shadings can be applied to a selection in fill or stroke paint. Shadings may have an infinite amount of colors. The Paint Transformation tool allows adjusting the appearance and the creation or modification of complex shadings. The same transformation tool can be used to change image paint, for instance, move an image in a clipping path or move the soft mask and more. Ever search for a certain object type in a design? The Search and Select function allows finding objects that match any of the search filters. Some are stroke width, soft mask, font name and size, object names, and more that can be particularly handy to verify if nutrition facts have correct heights. Search filters and results can be combined. Searching in a search result can refine the result. Additionally, since each object is named in a PDF document, it is easy to find them back with the search for name. The naming is part of the Live Object feature to make marks and information panels. You see that the design has many objects with transparency. The blend mode and opacity applied to groups or single objects can be changed or added. Soft masks and clipping paths can be added as well, modified and removed. The design is almost ready for production. Only trapping is missing. Trapping is a process of creating slight overlaps between touching colors to avoid registration issues on the printing press. PackZ has an intelligent trapper that allows fast and interactive changes. In other words, trapping can be applied on the entire file, a selection, or applied manually. No matter which technique is used, it is all the same technology, and that increases the quality, usability, and predictability. The trapper detects automatically the areas where trapping can be applied and highlights them. The user can specify the trap parameters, going from the basic spread to the more advanced option that influence the way how images and masks are dealt with. They are but not limited to center trapping, trapping overlap, and more. The user can freely drag traps and modify its characteristics. Areas that are identical are handled as one. However, they can be trapped as single areas as well. All traps are stored in a database, are marked, and on a layer. That increases easy handling, repeatability on series, and user-friendliness. Trapping has never been so easy, isn't it? Now that the design is ready for production, the prepress operator can do final quality control. PackZ has powerful tools such as plate and outline views, synchronized views between several documents, a densitometer, a measurement tool, an infinite zoom level, and much more. PackZ tracks all actions done in a PDF document. Those are visualized in the Edit History palette. It is useful to deal with mistakes. The Selection Information palette shows characteristics about one object or a selection. Hyperlinks create shortcuts to palettes containing the paint, transparency, screening or layer settings. PackZ takes advantage of all the power of the workstation. 64-bit computers with multiprocessing and multithreading allows PackZ to deal with complex designs. The prepress operator sees the entire content in actual resolution. An infinite deep zoom level allows viewing and editing even the smallest objects. PackZ previews the document contents either in full color, outline or plate view. Customizable shortcuts allows easy switching between the different view modes. Plate view is used to preview single separations in color, positive or negative grayscale. Outlines view the entire document in contour mode. Along with synchronization tools, both can be viewed simultaneously and in sync. The densitometer allows accurate measurements to find out the local ink coverage and can deal with cyan, magenta, yellow, black, spot colors, RGB, gray and LAB color spaces. PackZ is entirely color managed and the operator can set his preferred color spaces. If size matters, then a measure tool with snap functions allow making two-point measurements between pads. You see, you're in good hands with PackZ quality assurance tools. PackZ is entirely PDF. However, not all software can handle PDF like PackZ is doing. The flattener becomes handy to defeat transparencies and make a PDF document compatible with raster image processors or workflows that cannot deal with transparencies yet. The convert to image allows simplifying the design by converting parts or the entire design to an image. The export to Photoshop features allows to reuse the new image in other applications as well. New innovative solutions are coming soon. Live Objects is one of them. It allows making active information panels, dynamic registration marks, and live designs. An example. Live objects applied in registration marks appear as transforming when changes are made to the design. The operator does not need to adjust the marks. It is all driven by the PDF document content and its characteristics. Another good example are information panels for approval cycles in which information is summarized. An operator should not complete those panels manually, but PackZ automatically completes the forms driven by the PDF document content or connect to an order lifecycle management solution. Briefly, Live Objects is the solution to make dynamic labels and packaging designs. Thank you for watching PackZ, the multi-page productive PDF editor for the label and packaging print industry, brought to you by PackZ Software.